It's only expected of humans to do so much. They've actually done more. The media has not been breaking the top off the government as they should be, although there's a very strong momentum gaining. I have not caught up on the media, but essentially I believe that people are much further ahead of the media than the media, which is very true. So, irony again takes the role in the ultimate realization. His consistency is extreme. Extreme. So, despite the media not entirely going along with the people, although Fox is definitely leading the revolution, it does not matter. The bypassing had occurred a long time ago. This means that despite whatever the media isn't doing, what the government isn't doing, what the people want to do but they're unable to because they're limited, it does not matter. The bypassing means that ascending, leveling up essentially, enlightenment, ascension, etc. occurs. That is the actuality. That is the actuality of abundance, life, experience. Limitation isn't even in our dictionary. Depression is only in our dictionary because a few beings had a graphic experience of realizations and hit such depths within themselves that they could not find comprehension. It took them quite some time. Ironically, those who are depressed here on this planet, they are also trying to comprehend as well. However, obscure circumstances, the depression is obscure as well. Thinking about hurting themselves to heal themselves, which doesn't make any sense at all. In obscure, radical ways, though, humans find ways that make ultimately no sense to actually help themselves. That is survivalism. When it is a time of survivalism, I would not say anything goes, but so long as the being evolves, and if anyone was harmed by that being, that harm is healed. There's a justification behind it. Of course, there's limits to it. There's limits. There's persons that have been surviving for so long and they snap, and unfortunately it's not just harm upon people, but it is taking lives. This is extremely unfortunate. But again, who is responsible for these limitations? It is that simple. Of course, simple I wouldn't say entirely with that, because the treatment upon those who are responsible for these limitations will not be simple. That is for sure. They chose to limit the beings on this planet. They chose to selectively allow certain persons connected to them to flourish in ways that are beyond. I don't know if it's irony, but it probably is. The 8% of the world that are living well in the millions, that are connected with the government, which the 8% are all connected with the government, a part of the limitation system, and deliberately doing it and knowing what it's doing. They will have so little. If they did have anything, again, comes back to it, pocket lint and toothpicks. That is all they deserve, after all. If they deserve anything from us, that's all they deserve. Everything else would be useful, would it not? The, quote, abundance they thought they had, they will, quote, have it in a destruction house. All the waste of this upon this world landfills, in the sea, you name it. Anything we really truly don't need that's of physical use, or just physical, that's unnatural, has absolutely no use, will go there as well. It will go to its place and to its makers. So here's well, I was going to mention this as above, so below philosophy, but well, I guess that's kind of self-explanatory, but I can't quite clarify it to the degree I want to. Let's see what else. My final precognition is not just seeing the initiation of what's to come, which I've actually just had a precognition in this recording. I'm getting glimpses of the hybrid existence. I've spent actually all my life there. My origins only start from there. That is because my parents, who made me into being, or goddesses, I will let you realize the truth behind that. Let's see. Okay, a bit more about the movie. Monolithicalism Ultimateism edition is to be made, but I have no means to work with anything right now because I am simply waiting for, you could say, scenes to add. The hybrid existence itself will be, I guess you could say, a movie. Because it's not going to be anything you're going to recognize. You will not have any understanding for, I don't know how long, but it will be for a fair amount of time. There will be beings that will be able to kind of catch up a little more, but understand that for a grass blade, just a simple piece of grass to move in the hybrid existence means a story and journeys being told. Everything's living. Everything. To just move in the hybrid existence itself is equivalent to 600 light years per second in this universe. You will have every reason to not have to say anything. You don't have to respond that way, because the realistic way of responding is living. You don't necessarily have to speak to live. Of course, to articulate and to pronounce your expressions, words are of great use. But you will see so much that I think you'll understand what I mean. When you see what you are about to see, you will see that words for you at that present time will not have use yet. You will probably be able to write some notes down. You'll find probably a pad of paper with a pen to be of an amazing, ironic abundance. The world's connected to the hybrid existences. I honestly just cannot convey any indescribable words. I just can't. But I do have a reoccurring precognition. I don't know what was happening in the dream, but I was looking up, and I believe I saw 13 or 14 planets in the sky. But I think this is on another planet, or in another realm. Moving in the hybrid existence could take you to another world. Comprehension is really not possible in the hybrid existence, and those who can comprehend in the hybrid existence, when you meet them, which you will, I don't think, even though you're going to